And hello and welcome to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Alewolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution. What else am I known for? Let's go with Brewmaster for the Order of the Shield Lycan. And welcome back to the stream, folks. Happy Wednesday, one and all. It is a new week, or at the very least, the first day of the week that Ales is streaming. As usual, we'll do our general Wednesday thing, which is to play Metroid Zero Mission. And boy, have we got a show for you. And by that, I mean I have no idea what's ahead of us. Last time we got our power suit back, and we're feeling good. We're feeling powerful. I think really what's ahead of us is exploring the rest of the planet now that we have some extra abilities on our power suit. So pretty happy about that. Pretty happy to have gotten through the stealth section of the game. But of course, before we do that, before we get into brass tacks, as they say, let's go ahead and talk about what's on tap today. Let's go ahead and reveal the master ingredient of tonight's mayhem, and let's go over here to do so. Of course, we got our little friend Churro over there. He's sleeping. He's a sleepy boy tonight. Of course, it is quite late for us. He will be here for the first hour. But yes, let's go ahead and check out what is on tap today. And so, of course, we've got the Ales cam here showing us exactly what we have today. And this is a chocolate oatmeal stout from our friends at Jack Rabbit Brewing Company. Sorry, I'm kind of just holding the can against the light simply because for some reason I can tell that there's like this slight glare on. Okay, so you can see it a little bit better there. As you can see, there's like two chocolate rabbits in front of the can, and you got some wheat or some barley behind them. Kind of just a simple can. Otherwise, there's like some light wood graving style etchings here with some hops and some leaves and plants and whatnot. Kind of a retro font there as well. Very nice, simple and clean. I do like it when my beer can artwork, of course, is simple and clean, as Sora once said. What exactly is a chocolate oatmeal stout, you might be asking yourself? Well, a stout is a type of ale that brews dark. Reason why it brews dark, of course, is because of the types of malts that you use for it. You use caramel malts, chocolate malts, and crystal malts. And then once you boil those, they come out with this largely darkish beverage, kind of like a cola, Pepsi Cola, RC Cola, you name it. It is a very dark, opaque substance, which is very much sugar forward. It's very much loaded with the sugars. You got some rustic sugars like molasses, you got brown sugar, of course, you got caramel, you got toffee. Lots of these very like I want to say primordial sugars even. And then of course, the other thing about these particular beers is that they don't necessarily do a lot in terms of like bitters. Yes, there are of course bitter stouts, but the majority of them, I want to say, are not necessarily highlighting their bitters. You've got a wide variety of stouts though. You've got things such as breakfast stouts, or should I rather say coffee stouts. And coffee stouts, what they do is they incorporate coffee into the fermentation tank, which adds coffee notes to your beer. Then you've got things such as milk stouts, which incorporate lactose, and that is actually milk. It is the milk sugar, and of course it makes your stout a little bit creamier. And then you've got things such as what is the other thing that I like to talk about here? Oatmeal stouts, which is exactly what we have right here. Oatmeal stouts incorporate oatmeal into the bill. So the major grain when it comes to beers and ales, of course, is barley. When you got oatmeal, you make things a little bit frothier, a little bit thicker, a little more like cereal, of course. Oatmeal being the primary factor right there. And they're quite nice. It makes things a little frothier, creamier even. The final stout that I like to generally talk about, of course, is chocolate stouts. And chocolate stouts taste like chocolate, but by Jove, they do not have chocolate. They actually use chocolate malts, which taste very chocolatey. This one might be just a function of those two particular styles. But rather than me gabbing about it, I know that I love to be a fellow that loves to gab. Let's actually go ahead and go to Untap to see what exactly is the story behind this. Let's go ahead and turn off the Ales cam for a second. And there we are. So, chocolate oatmeal stout by Jackrabbit Brewing Company. It is an oatmeal stout. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Attention, chocolate lovers, indulge in the rich, velvety goodness of our chocolate oatmeal stout, with notes of creamy milk, chocolate, and a roasty oatmeal stout base. Oatmeal stout base. Each sip is unbelievably smooth. Treat yourself to a 4-pack of 16-ounce cans and sweeten your beer game today. Now, can you imagine that part of your beer description is, by the way, buy our product? I don't know that it works on me, but I'll take them at their word. I do like the idea of just a creamy milk chocolate. If I was to suggest my favorite chocolate types, at the very top would be white chocolate, followed by milk chocolate, and at the very, very, very bottom would be dark chocolate. Anything above milk chocolate is delightful. But let's actually go ahead and taste this thing, and let's go back to the ales can for a minute here. I'm gonna just go ahead and get a palate cleanser here. One of the tips of the trade, one of the tricks of the trade, pro tip, is that ales on late nights will have either some coffee or, in tonight's case, a little bit of Red Bull to kind of just put the lights back on. It is kind of ale sleeping time, and so I do need a little bit extra help when it comes to trying to stream at this late at night. And of course, anybody who has drank Red Bull, please don't, number one. And number two, knows that it leaves a strong flavor in your mouth. So first I'm gonna just rinse my palate for just a second with some pure, healthy water. Okay, so now we're actually gonna go ahead and open this. Here's hoping that it doesn't burst on me. That's always the hope. That's not always what we get, of course. And it seems to me like this was a clear finish. Let's go ahead and pour this in our tulip glass. Our tulip glass, of course, from Blue Oak, from our friends in San Carlos, California. It is a one-sided friendship, I tell you, but it is friendship nonetheless. And welcome, Rich, Rich. How are you doing today? I hope that the day has treated you kindly, my friend. How's it going? Beer looks tasty. It is a chocolate oatmeal stout. I like it on nights when I can just have something a little bit heftier with a little more weight. And oatmeal stouts definitely seem to fit the bill in that particular category. But yeah, how have you been? Thank you so much for popping in. And of course, anybody who is watching this stream, past, present, or future, especially those of you future folks, time travelers with phones, with the iPhone 27, kindly go back in time and give Rich Glitch a follow, who is an excellent streamer, a wonderful community member, and I certainly love to hang out in his streams. Last time you were playing Final Fantasy VIII. So you actually went back to it. I would love to know where you are at, actually. Last time I played it, I was about to well, actually, let me not say any spoilers. Let me simply suggest that I was about to go into battle with a number of my classmates and leave it at that. That could mean just about anything. Let's see. Also, I've never seen those canlets before. Cool. Yeah, so the thing is, I was trying to buy something to make sure that if I didn't want to drink the whole thing, that I could just seal my cans. And these things actually work nicely. They look like can covers for your standard bottles, except they're made of rubber and they just fit nicely over a can, and then you actually get to save all that carbonation. Hope you're well. I'm chilling, enjoying my evening. Very nice. Thanks for the SO, homie. You're too kind. I am not kind enough, Rich. I know that I could do better. I could be a little more descriptive. I just need to hang more on your stream. That's what it is. Then I will learn. I'm at the end of this too. I feel like that's actually where I am at as well. I would love to know if you were able to rid yourself of the random rule, because I tried for a while and then I gave up. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I won't complete the card game. But let's go ahead and actually taste this. As you can see, this is a fairly opaque drink. It's got a white head. Generally, when you see a white head, you're talking about a stout. If you see a brown head, you're generally talking about a porter. Very tiny bubbles, nothing particularly strong to speak of. In terms of a nose, I definitely sense some nuts, some light chocolate, milk chocolate, a little bit of cream as well. And let's go ahead and actually sample this. Famanale, dear viewer. Very smooth, almost velvet-like. It's also got like this sweet coffee kind of flavor about it. And just because it incorporates those sweet notes of coffee as well as some milk chocolate, it almost becomes like this delightfully sweet mocha kind of flavor to it. Very nice on the tongue. Like I said, a very velvety texture. No real bittering notes to speak of, I want to say. And yeah, a very light roast, but you kind of feel it as it goes down. You don't actually feel it at the tip of your tongue. It's more of an after effect. I want to say a robust, and again, the thing that comes to mind the most is kind of just like a nice gentle mocha. Very lovely. Let's go ahead and actually rate this, and I want to say I am relatively impressed. But then again, I'm impressed very easily by good beers. 3.75 is what we're giving it today, and cheers, we've got it. But yeah, let me catch up on chat here. Sorry, I just love to gab about beers. Okay, I got rid of the random in a couple regions, but not overall. I couldn't manipulate it. I just got lucky it got abolished in Balam and Dole. Yeah, and I feel like ultimately what's gonna happen is I'm going to keep playing the game. There's going to be instances where I'll like talk to somebody and maybe they'll just randomly like abolish it. I kind of just don't want to sink any more time into it. Like I'll just live with it. Either that or I'll do some of what you did, which I think you were trying to get rid of just like basic cards. If it comes to that, then you know it comes to that. I'll spend a few hours like getting rid of like baser cards. But yeah, I just don't think that there's like a good clean way to get rid of that nonsense. Nice. Yeah. I forget, Rich. What is your type of beverage? I feel like you told me a long time ago and I've forgotten. That beer sounds perfect. It's very good. It's good for a cold night. I know that you can't probably hear it, but I do have like a heater going on in the distance. But yeah, that is where we are at right now. Let's go ahead and turn off the ales cam. Let's go back to intermission. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and go back to Metroid. I think that's what the folks have been waiting for. That's what the kids keep asking about. Let's go back to Zeves, or is it Zeebs? Let's go back to Zero Mission. Okay, let me turn on the audio here. And that might just be a little bit loud. And of course, rather than turn on the right volume, I turn on the wrong one. Let me go ahead and do one of these. Hopefully that's not too loud, we'll see. I like beer typically. I also, for non-alcoholic, I like those ice fizzy drinks. Nice. I mean, everyone enjoys different things. Everyone's got their own cup of tea. And I am not about to suggest that anybody needs to ever enjoy the ales. I do enjoy some non-alcoholic beers every once in a while, just because I like the taste of malt. I just like maltiness, you know? Mostly sours and pale ales for beer. Which is why I keep saying, Rich, I keep saying this. We gotta have a beer at some point. Talk about times past of cabbages and kings. Someday it'll happen. Alright, so what were we doing last time? I believe we just got our power suit back. So we are done with the stealth mission. We're done being stealthy. No more Metal Gear, huh? It's just about you know, overpowering everyone once again. And yeah, we're in this green area. What I really want to do is go through most of the map and make sure that I didn't miss like too many things. Want to definitely capture missile upgrades and such. There's definitely an area here in the middle that seems like I could have gone into, so I'm gonna try and make my way there. For sure, it'll happen. These things have a way of working themselves out. It is fate, Rich. It is fate. But yeah, here's hoping that you know, your week has been going well. Honestly, I've got one more work day ahead of me, and I'm just like, I can't. um, my original work schedule used to be Sunday through Wednesday, right? And for the past 3 months, it's been like Monday through Thursday, which wonderful. Hey, I get like Saturdays and Sundays off, but at least based on my work structure, it just hasn't been great. I've been having to work with like 2 different work teams, and it's been killer, and I'm just ready to stop. So very much looking forward to Friday. Sorry to hear. Hopefully it gets easier. Yeah. So really, my last what am I saying here? The last, I will be ending with this particular assignment at the end of February. So yeah, there is definitely an end. I just need to get through it. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with... How dare you? These people just like chase you around and they think that they rule the place. It's like, I don't care that this is your ship. What is it? As the famous Pigma Dengar once said, "You can't beat me, I've got a better ship." Let's go weekend. That's what I'm talking about. Now this is like for the super power bombs, right? I think that's what it is. I don't have those yet. At least I don't think so. Let's check it out. The super duper power bombs. Okay, so I've got the gravity suit, I've got the plasma beam, and then I've got just normal bombs. So yeah, I still don't have like the super duper bombs. Let's go weekend. That's what I'm saying. I need to play some Star Fox just for the voices. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that. And yeah, I've got Star Fox 64 specifically in my mind, and that is because you know, I was checking out the Instagram Reels because I am not youthful enough to go on the TikToks, and I was suggested this channel of this fellow who all he does is just like talk about Star Fox 64 and the voices and how people played the voices and like their favorite voices, and then you talk about things of like the train conductor, or like talks about Star Wolf and how they're the perfect enemy, and a lot of it just goes back to like the voices that they played and like how they're characterized by the particular way in which the voice actors decided to play them, and it's kind of hokey because obviously they say some of the silliest things in the world, but at the same time there is something to be said about those voice performances and why they constantly just like echo in the ears of people that have played those games, you know? And maybe I just need to stop talking about this stuff. Anyways, Star Fox 64, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. Absolutely, they're unique and memorable. Yeah, they determined that the perfect NPC is Bill because he is played in a surfer type accent, which doesn't make sense in that universe, but they play it straight, kind of thing. And I am suffering here. I feel like I'm gonna I feel like I'm gonna just get beat up if I don't play it a bit more safely here. Nobody's giving me any energy. All that being said, you can be sure that should I have a child, and that may or may not already be true, I will certainly use some of the lines from James McCloud at the end. At the end. Alright, where are we headed here? So we're trying to go into this like this middle area here, but I'm not seeing a proper door. And that's not the way. Could it just be simple bombs? No, I don't think that's it. Why are we being blocked here? This is so unusual. Maybe what we need to do is go the long way. We'll make a right. We'll cut around here and then go around all the... Yeah, that seems like a lot, but I don't know that there's any other way to reach this. I also don't know how we actually made it. Huh. Maybe bombs? Use bombs wisely. It almost seems like you can't actually go back that way. That is so weird. We were right there though. I wonder if the way is just fully blocked, then that is kind of the end of that. There's gotta be another way. Ba-da-da-da. And it just has like the emblem of an M. Maybe we just need those mega bombs. Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, oh my gosh, come on! What was that? Jeez. I wonder if now that we're in alert mode, if things are different in any sort of way. Ouch! And clearly, why do I keep doing this? Just go up. Just go up. No, nothing is actually removed. That certainly doesn't seem like it. What if I try one of these funky missiles? Yeah, not really. Okay, we're gonna go into the door and we're gonna go guns a-blazing. Whoa, from the back too? How dare you? Nice. And of course, these is tiny bombs. I think all of these are gonna break if we actually go in that direction, which is probably fine. We probably don't need to worry about this. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. And guess what? Like Rorschach once said, you're stuck in here with me. Okay, so let's go back to the save point. Let's actually go ahead and get our energy back, and we'll just have to continue exploring the rest of the ship. If we can't go back up there, then so be it. So be it. Okay. Seems like there was another bogey up there. Bogey on my tail. Am I getting careless? That's not what he said. Alright, let's do this. I keep getting the backstab. It's so frustrating. Okay, good. Okay, at the very least, the save room will actually get us back to 100%. No, it's not necessarily the most ideal of arrangements. And of course, if you're just joining us, we are enjoying some delicious oatmeal chocolate stout, or chocolate oatmeal stout from Jackrabbit Brewing. Yeah, so there's no need to go back up there. It seems like our way is blocked, unfortunately. Let's go right and see if there's anything more that we can do instead. Hey, what do you think you're doing over there? Little bombs. And let's blow one of these up. The whole thing blows. You've blown the whole mystery. Let's go into the chute. Oh gosh. Come on. I didn't even stand a chance in that one. Alright, and the only way to probably go up through here is using the a well-timed screw attack. Whoa, hey! How dare you ambush me that way? Ah, what a chump. I tell you, these fellas don't have the strength to take me on anymore, or take on me. But at the same time, if they ambush me, they actually hit pretty hard. So I definitely have to stay on the alert regardless. Okay, so I don't think that we can actually go in that direction. Wonderful. How do we even do this? Okay. And just fire. Way too many instances of us just getting ambushed here. Oh, we're back outside? No, never mind. So the beam can go through the tube, but we cannot. Space Pirate Mothership. Very cool. And I wonder what all this other stuff is at this point. Like, how do we actually get out of the ship to explore the rest of the planet, right? I feel like that's really what we are aiming to do here. Hopefully the game doesn't just route us to the end of the game. I would rather do some exploring first. One thing that I appreciate is just the fact that the screw attack in this particular game is relatively forgiving. I remember in Super Metroid I absolutely had a much tougher time trying to manage it because there was a specific point in the arch when you had to actually press the jump. And for this game, it seems like it's a little more forgiving. Nice. And these are tiny bombs. Let's go ahead and just use our trusty old bomb jump. There he goes. Leap of faith. It's like I gotta make sure that I'm actually gaining height in doing all this. The idea here is to make sure that I take these fellas out before... Whoa, hey, what is this? I think that's the first time that I've been challenged. Are you looking for a challenge? As they say. Okay, so let's keep going over here. I'm surprised that we didn't actually encounter any sort of doors to this side. But maybe that's just baked into the system here. I am very curious to see what exactly is this little amoeba form here. I'm very curious. It keeps me up at night. I don't know what it is, but I have to figure it out. I have to know. Delicious chocolate oatmeal stout. Okay. And I believe we should go this way. Whoa, hey. What are these? Whoa, hey. It seems like it's some sort of additional security system. Oh, it's not responding to my beams. Where should we be heading on the map? Up and to the right. Up and to the right. Okay. Let's go ahead and avoid these things. Hey, maybe the screw attack might actually work out here. Whoa! Oh, hey. There's the door. Excellent. Okay. So we reached another save point. Nice, nice. Okay. Just a second here, folks. Just looking at my phone for a short minute. Ideally, we want to go to the right and maybe to this next save point before we check out what's over on this side. So let's try that. More little bombs. And there's definitely something here, of course. Another save room. Oh, that's actually where we came from. Never mind. Speaking of oatmeal stouts, just the idea of oatmeals in general. I feel like most days when I like go and have breakfast, if I don't have like something, if like somebody's not making like a fancy breakfast, like every once in a while I'll simply just go ahead and make a scramble or like a panini or something like that. If I don't have that, generally what I'll end up doing on most given days is make myself some oatmeal. And I feel like before I used to be like a cereal person. Like I used to love cereal and that was my go-to, specifically Cinnamon Toast Crunch. But these days it's more like, I could get those. But number one, they're probably not as healthy. And number two, just like good oatmeal and some raisins, it's just like, it's so good. And I could have it like most days of the week. It's kind of just nice, it's warming. I love to still load it with like a lot of cinnamon. And like I'll add some soy milk and it's kind of just like a very hearty meal. I don't know. I know that there is something to be said about variety and like having different things, but it's been like 5 years since I've been just like doing that for most breakfast, and it's just like, you know what, it's decent. It's nice. Let's see. Oh yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch was fire as a kid. Yeah, and so there used to be a time when I first left my parents' house that I would get just like the off-brand Cinnamon Toast Crunch from the store. Like you would get like a giant bag of it. It almost looked like dog food bag. And it was just delicious. But then at some point I was just like, is this too sugary? Is this too sugary? Probably. And yeah, I kind of just turned to oatmeal because, I don't know, I feel like I could just like add things to it. Like I'll add honey, I'll add cinnamon to it. I specifically love to eat it with raisins. You don't like granola? Granola is fine. It's definitely not as good as like nice warm oatmeal. And I know that there's other folks that just like do like what is it called? Overnight oats. But I'm fine just like eating like the ready to like, what is it, 1 minute oats. I don't need like the whole fancy like, oh, here's like oats from the beginning of their lifespan. Now you're gonna soak them overnight and they will be good. Oh yeah, what was I going here? I used to eat oatmeal all the time in college. Throw some fruit and brown sugar. Yeah, brown sugar is also just delicious with like oatmeal. LOL, it did look like a big dog food. Yeah, exactly. It was just like cheap and efficient and it was nice. You know, on the flip side of that equation, what I also used to do on the during that specific era is I would also get just like a on my weekends I would get like a I feel like there was times where I would get a 24 pack of like Miller Lights because they were cheap. You could find them anywhere. And it was just like, oh, hey, I'll just get this gigantic thing of like okay beer. Of course, it was not okay. It was terrible. But yeah, it was more about quantity. It was a time of quantity. Overnight oats are nice. And I have to try them. I definitely have to try them at some point. What is this thing? It's like a lizard or something like that. Aged for 21 days oats. Yeah, and I know that there's like particular like recipes for that, and it looks like it's nice, but I'm kind of just okay with the conventional like 1 minute oats. It's I know I'm uncultured. I accept that. Live it, love it, laugh it. I don't think we can actually go down there. That's weird. I still get Miller High Life sometimes. One of my favorite light beers. Rich, it is the champagne of beers. You enjoy yourself. You treat yourself with those High Lifes. They actually were not. Unlike Miller Lights, they are actually not bad. I will say that. What is it? I think it was like a few years ago when I read this like news article that there was like a shipment of Miller High Lives that went to like the French region of Champagne, and because Champagne over there is like it's supposed to be like one very specific product, they actually destroyed the whole shipment of it, saying that it was like what is it, sanctimonious, to call the thing a champagne of beers. And I was like, I think you guys need to chill. I think it's okay. I understand, but at the same time, just drink the beer. don't destroy it, just drink the beer. It's fine. Oh, come on. This thing. Wow. Maybe I should just start using missiles for such occasions. Let's see, Miller Lite just tastes like every light beer. Coors Light, Bud Light. Though this is worse somehow. You know, I've kind of just weaned myself off all the commercial light beers. So I don't. If you were to tell me like right now if one of them is better than the other, I would just say yes and assume that it is fact. I swear the Modelo recipe changed. You know, I haven't had a good Modelo recently. One of my close friends back in graduate school used to swear by it. And I found, you know, I felt like at the time it did have like a nice robust taste. But I didn't pursue it. I didn't pursue it beyond those days. And maybe I should actually change my mind and actually give it a taste at some point. What is it? The other popular one that I remember from those days, and maybe it was a North Carolina thing, back when I used to live in North Carolina, one of the things that some of my peers used to bring to like house parties all the time were like Red Stripes, which I think are from Jamaica. And those were nice and tasty, I think. They were nice and tasty. But honest to goodness, I haven't had one of those in a very long time. Why is this fella taking so long? Come on. Get out of here. Beautiful. It was great in 2019 and before. So it changed recipes, huh? A Red Stripe. I almost forgot about it. Those little cool bottles. Yeah. They had those little nifty tiny bottles. And it was almost kind of like a novelty to have them. Yeah, just like the types of beers that I used to drink on those days are so different than what I drink now. And it's not because I became a beer snob or anything. It's just that I kind of just have a wider selection these days. And so I kind of feel like I don't necessarily need to go back to some of these flavors. But what is it? What else did I have like back in the day? Like Magic Hat number 9. I used to have like Kugels. What's the one? What's that brown one that... It's not O'Doul's. It's like... Oh god, it's gonna hurt me. It'll come to me. Where are we? Back then, it was more about ABV than taste. I'd get a 6-pack of Steel Reserve for $4 back then. That is a steal. Sorry, I think I missed a couple of things here. Drank that sometimes in college. They were okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, it's interesting how our disposition like changes based on the times and the availability of things. I do. Now that you said the fact that it was more about ABV than anything else, one of the things that I probably should have never done, but I did anyways, is like I knew that there were some like weekends when I would just like finish work. I would grab like a $5 hot and ready from like Little Caesars. Back then, of course, they were actually $5, and I would just get like a a what is it, Bacardi 151, specifically because of the amount of ABVs that you would get. And it was just like, here's one shot, and that is probably all I will need for the rest of the evening. Not a smart idea. You can set your house on fire with that thing. But yeah, I thought that that was good for a while, and then I just kind of like, what am I doing to myself? I feel like I'm drinking gasoline. Oh yeah, Bacardi, don't play. No, yeah, and I think I'm done with it. I don't need to taste it anymore, forever. I think I'm good. Yeah, those were the days. Interesting times. Let's see. I made a great mixed drink with 151. Forget what I put in it. You couldn't actually taste it. That's crazy. That's crazy. It had such a strong taste. I specifically remember those bottles. The tip of those bottles had like that flame retardant. That I definitely remember. Crazy times. Crazy times. Oh, come on. Where did that one come from? How close am I to the next save room? I feel like if I keep playing around, I'm just gonna like croak here. That was for the 2011 Super Bowl. Wow. So what, like see, now I'm struggling to do basic math. 13, 14 years ago. And for the 2025 Super Bowl, I made the 7-layer dip. You know what, Rich? I think that sounds wonderful. That sounds tasty. I will say I love most dips at this point, with a special honorary mention of a spinach artichoke dip. Yeah, that's just heavenly. But I'm sure it was delicious. I'm sure it was wonderful. Oh, here's a funny story, and I am going to lose face with you, I am sure. But what is it? Last week, I was oh nice! It actually got destroyed. What? So last week I had a plumber visit my house on the Sunday of the Super Bowl, and like he was leaving, and we were just like chatting about this and that, and he asked me, "Oh hey, are you watching the Super Bowl?" And if it's not obvious, I'm not a sports fella. I am terrible. I like sports anime, but that's about, and I like wrestling, but that's not conventional sports. And so I kind of just didn't even think about it, and I said, "Yeah, sure." And then he asked me, of course, "Who are you rooting for?" And I kind of just got that fear in my mind, just the fear of just like, why did I say that? This is going to be an incredibly awkward situation. And so, unable to produce an answer, I kind of just like made the most like definitely fake, but I kind of just said something along the lines of, "Who do you think?" And then I kind of just like gave like this rousing, hearty laughter, and like he laughed back. I have no idea if he like caught wind of the fact that I had no idea what I was talking about, but he just kind of let it go, and we finished there, and I was just like, the truth shall set you free. I didn't need to go through that. Let's see. It was really good, not gonna lie. Everyone loved it too. I'm sure you are an excellent cook, Rich. I am sure. Where was I? Hey, sports anime is adjacent. Yeah, yeah. No, no, I don't deny. I love the stories of sports animes. It's probably one of my favorite genres. Uh, Speaking of football, actually, one of my favorite, I want to say hands down, my favorite sports anime is Ice Shield 21, and that is specifically about football. And I know most like sports anime is like soccer, but yeah, that one is specifically about football. That's actually one of the reasons why one of my quote-unquote nicknames is Beer Goggles 21, because the main character is actually called Ice Shield 21. Oh no, he probably thought you meant the Chiefs. Solid bluff, you think so? I keep replaying the scene in my head, and I don't know where I stood in that conversation. I'm sure at the end of the day, he probably didn't even care. But yeah, I was just like, did I pass off as human? Was it okay? I'm actually a pretty dang good cook. That's cool, Rich. Would you say like you have a specific like specialty area or anything like that you really like cooking? Anything like that you specialize in? Where are we? Wow, what is this place? Are we out? Maybe. All I know is that around here we've got a save room, and I really need that save room in order to like say replenish some of our energy tanks here. You should play more poker, Rich. The time that I played the most poker in my life is while playing the poker game in Xenosaga Episode 1. I probably sank like, I don't know, 12 hours into that game because I wanted to there's like a way to actually make money if you keep playing poker. But yeah, that was probably the most time in my life where I've actually played poker. I don't know, I just make anything spicy. Nice. Well, you had me at spicy. I love anything spice related. It is the spice of life. The spice of life. Definitely love my peppers, jalapenos, specifically habaneros. I don't really go, in terms of heat, I don't go higher than a habanero, but like if I'm getting like some soup from like takeout, I will always say make it as spicy as possible, like with ramen and things like that. Let's see, it really helps with having to think about having to make tastes pop. I agree, definitely livens things up. And I'm sure by this point you probably develop like what you're aiming for in terms of like a taste. So that's really cool. That's actually something that I did not know about. Next time I shout you out, I must convey to the viewers that you're also an excellent cook. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna bug you that way. But yeah, that's really good to know. Let's see. What? Get away from me, you. Why can't we actually break through the window? That would be nice. Now I gotta see this Xenosaga poker game works. Yeah, it's actually I wish I knew what variant of like poker it is, but it is relatively simple. Like no complex rules or anything like that. You just have to put time into it. That's all that it is. Why can't I get out of this ship? That's so obnoxious. Maybe we just gotta go up. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like I've left so much stuff without actually touching, simply because I've kind of just wanted to explore. Habaneros is Habaneros is plenty. Yeah, I very much enjoy them. I think I get specifically this one hot sauce from this Hispanic grocery store. I think it's called El Yucateco, and I kid you not, I basically put it on everything. Pizza, yes. Soup, yes. Waffles, yes. At this point, it's just like, oh no, it just adds to the flavor. It's just nice. It's almost as good as sriracha, almost. Let's see, I'm very unexact with my cooking. I just follow the recipe and look to see if I need as much as it costs for quantity wise. If the taste is off, I might dial back the quantity of a spice. Yeah, and I feel like I get that a lot from people who like really know cooking, right? Like you can follow a recipe and you can like be volumetrically accurate with things, but at the same time, if you're trying to go for a particular taste, then you know following a recipe to the T is not necessarily going to yield something that you like, right? What is this? Are we gonna break an alarm? Is that what's gonna happen? Let's see, is there like a... Ooh, nice, okay. Let's do it the smart way. Let's actually be smart for once in our lives. Let's go up. Let's see. You can tell people I'm bomb at cooking. Okay, I will do it. From now on, Rich is not only a streamer of great renown, but also, secret fun fact, pro tip, he's the bomb at cooking. Oh, come on, why did... Power bomb tank. Oh, nice. Okay, so now we've got the actual power bomb. Cool. R&B. Opens yellow hatches. Okay, that wasn't too bad. For a minute there, I thought that we were going to be just like ambushed by 10,000 enemies or something like that. Let's see, Yucateco is my go-to hot sauce. It's delicious and cheaper. Yeah, and I actually feel like I find it everywhere. Back when I used to live in Miami, I was more of a Tabasco person. But these days when I have it, I kind of just feel like it's a little bit too vinegary for me. And then the other one, hot sauce that I always go for is like cayenne pepper. And maybe it's just because it reminds me a lot of like Louisiana kind of flavors. This has become the cooking and pepper talk. That's welcome to the cooking and pepper talk with Rich and Ales. Let's see, like I used 3 Roma tomatoes in my dip instead of 4 because I think the tomatoes I got were a little larger and 3 covered a layer, stuff like that. Right, and so like you're actually tweaking the recipe depending on like the size of your ingredients and things like that. Cause like when I do some of the cooking that I do, I'm like 2 tomatoes is 2 tomatoes, whether they're huge ones or they're like the tiny ones. And I gotta get better at that. Most of what I do, to be perfectly honest with you, is like breakfast stuff. Like the other day, I made this scrambled egg recipe with apple sausage and sweet potatoes, some cheddar, and a little bit of kale. And I thought it was wonderful. But of course, my partner thought that it had way too much sweet potato. And I was just like, you know what? I thought you loved sweet potato. But yeah, I could see her point. A bit too much in the tubers. Yeah, Tabasco and Cholula don't do it for me. Tapatio is good though. I feel like I haven't really tapped the potential of Tapatio. I know that a lot of people recommend it, but I don't know that I have found like a good compliment for it. all of these hot sauces, you know? Alright, there is nothing here. I feel like they were just making us test our bombs or something like that. Weird. That sounds awesome. Yeah, it was good. It was good, and I enjoyed it. I feel like I've been trying to just like expand on the types of proteins that I use for scrambled eggs, because those are easy, right? Scrambled eggs are easy. Like other recipes that I'll do for like breakfast are things like I really like to make paninis, and then I also really like to make you know, simple things like pancakes and waffles, and like sometimes omelets, things like that. Nothing too hard, relatively simple recipes, I want to say. And we got ads starting in about 3 minutes, folks. I apologize for that. I apologize for commercialism. In an ideal world, I would just pay for everything. Let's see. Tapatio has a unique taste. The Tapatio Dorito flavors really good though. I haven't tasted those. I've self-imposed on myself that I don't want to do too many chips recently though. Though, you know, I break my own rule every once in a while. I honestly thought that was gonna open a door, but clearly it didn't. Yeah, so what I'll do once ad starts is I will take little Churro out for his last walk of the night and I'll put him to bed. So I'll go ahead and apologize for a slightly longer break, but it's gotta get done. Okay, so nice. We got the power bombs. Like Sailor Moon once said, we've got the power. Whoa. Okay. I can't imagine that at this point these space pirates don't already know that I'm here and the alarm should be constantly on. They're kind of just like, oh, we spot you now and therefore we must turn on the alarm, but every time we all die, we'll just turn off the alarm. Okay, save room. Oh, they were chasing me. Hey! I said hey like Hotel Mario. Oh, it's not letting us save for some reason. That's weird. Is it because we were like... Huh. Interesting. Okay, there it goes. Nice. Chase you to the save room. I gotta say, one weird thing to me is every time you have a save room and you're not safe, right? Like I know that I haven't played too many horror games, but one of the things that always freaks me out, even if I'm not playing, is like when somebody's playing Resident Evil and they go into a save room and like the monster shows up there and it's just like, wait a second, this doesn't make sense. You just broke the rules here. Anyways, but that's maybe that's just a me thing. RE3 Nemesis. Yeah, I was probably watching my cousins used to play that a lot. The game does that a lot. Yeah, I don't doubt it. But yes, we will go on a break here. We'll be back in 6-7 minutes. I hope to see you on the other side, but if not, thank you so much for being around here. We'll be back with more Metroid Zero Mission after the break. Enjoy a break. I will try. Yeah, see you on the other side. And hello and welcome back to the Ales and Fails stream. I'm your host, Ale Wolf, otherwise known as Ales, gentleman streamer, the excellence of an execution, the no throne Cicerone. And welcome back to the stream, folks. Thank you very much for the welcome back, Rich. Hope your evening is unfolding ever in your favor. And of course, we're in the middle of a Metroid Zero mission. Not really the middle, but we're trying to get out of this ship now that we got our power suit back. And for those of you interested, we are still enjoying a delicious chocolate oatmeal stout. One thing that we don't have anymore, unfortunately, is our little friend Churro, who actually just went to sleep. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the Churro cam. If that button works. There he goes. But yeah, we were trying to get out of this crazy ship. Let's go ahead and save. We were talking about dastardly save rooms that are not actually safe. Kind of reminds me of that movie Panic Room, which I never actually saw. I believe it had Kristen Stewart though, of Twilight fame. Twilight is also a series that I have never seen, but I do enjoy my vampire lore. All right, let's maybe we need to reach the top here. Nice. Seek and you shall destroy. Huh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. For a moment there, I thought I was missing a piece of the map. Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay, so how far can we actually go here? I'm very perplexed by the shape of this ship. I feel like at this point, what the game is suggesting to us is that the blue is the actual ship versus the green area over here, which is probably like the ruins of Chozo related stuff or something like that. At least that's my guess here. What is the phrase? And that's my mama. Nobody said that. Don't quote me on that. Oh, nice. Okay, so it's the special bombs. Let's go ahead and do it. Boom. I really hope those actually stay closed. Or, sorry, stay open. We've only got like 2 of those bombs, and I gotta tell you, it seems like they're coming few and far between. I really like the fact that we've got this heroic song playing right now. If any of you were there during the last stream, it was definitely very tense with the stealth mission and the zero suiting and all that. And to get the power suit back and then just have like this heroic theme play is, I don't know, it's kind of invigorating. I know that Metroid doesn't necessarily go for that vibe. Like, Metroid, I feel it's, in my mind at least, it's about solitude and it's about ambiance and it's about like slow, like methodical exploration. Whoa, hey, what was happening there? But like when you have when you simply have like this heroic theme play and you're kind of just like wrecking through things, you almost feel like a different type of character. And it kind of almost just makes me think, oh hey, maybe you're not really cut out for this type of game. Maybe not. Okay. Nice. What is this? I feel like I'm locked in here. Wait, what the? Ales, I feel like I'm not cut out for any of the games that I play. Really? I feel like you do really well at everything you play. What is this, like a Ridley type of enemy? Jeez. Maybe missiles? Okay. Well, I don't like that. That's no good. I feel like we gotta hit that core right there. But it's not working yet. Ouch. Did that do anything? What is this? It doesn't work on the eye. Is it that middle thing? Okay, got it once. Look, it withdrew. Beautiful. And I'm wasting resources here. Whoa. Jeez. Whew. I feel like if I stay with the space jump, like in this little area, we don't actually get hit by the fireballs. At the same time though, this thing hits like a truck. I should also probably just be using the super missiles, but I'm not because I'm a fool. Nice. Ooh, lasers. What is it doing? Oh, come on. Why must you make Ale sad? Ouch. Alright, let me go back to chat. Let's go back to something a little more stimulating. So you said, Ales, I feel like I'm not cut out for any of the games that I play. And that's the thing about perspective. That's interesting though, because you do play a lot of randomizers, and I feel like only the hardcorest of the hardcore played randomizers. And welcome, Spectrum. How are you doing this fine day? It is good to see you. I apologize wholeheartedly that I failed to say hello when you first came in. I was probably just struggling, as I tend to do, against this one boss. It is good to see you too. Tell me, I know that you were streaming earlier. Were you still playing that game that that Metroidvania Souls-like game that you were playing yesterday? Elder Lilies. Okay, that's the one that it was. So I'm assuming that you were still playing that, and I think you mentioned that you were just kind of like doing some boss runs for bosses that you hadn't beaten yet. It looks like an amazing game, but yes, one of those games that I will probably never come close to being able to beat. Let's see. Yes, I got the third and last ending. Nice. So technically, again, me not knowing anything about this, am I assuming that you're done with it? Is Spectrum done with one more game? Another one bites the dust, as they say. Yeah, I'm done with it for stream. Very nice. Congratulations to you. Once again, Spectrum, one of the, I want to say, a streamer who plays very difficult games, and I can only just sit back and admire. So kindly give them a follow. Hard game. Yeah, it is probably one of the few times where I definitely saw you, or at least I felt like you were close to just like being significantly frustrated with the game. You're a cool cat, Spectrum. A cool cat. But fun and good. Yeah, and of course there's something to be said about challenge and how you take that and how that is enjoyable in its own by its own right. Definitely not the mode in which I like to be. I'm as you can plainly see here, I'm more of a dandy when it comes to games. But we all got our cups of teas, as they say. I thankfully didn't reach point of true frustration. You know, based on the short time that I've seen you play, I wouldn't necessarily want to witness it, but I would be curious to see what that is like. Because like I said, I feel like you're generally very calm and collected when it comes to playing games, even especially the difficult ones. So, anyways, nothing that I want to wish on anybody, of course, but just a small morbid curiosity. Whoa, hey. And considering that at the top of this we've got what I assume is the final boss of the game, maybe, I think that we've actually got to go the opposite way. I honestly want to explore the rest of the planet with my new powers, and that's so I will probably have to go back to that boss at some point, but not today. I gotta get beat up in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and lurk. Hey, enjoy Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Of course, Rich famously plays lots of cool 2D fighting games. Uh, Certainly love to lurk during those streams. Good luck with that, Rich. And once again, thank you so much for stopping by. Very much appreciated all the cooking talk. Alright, the only way to defeat those things is using our missiles. Fortunately, what am I trying to say here? Fortunately, those beams don't necessarily go through the walls. There is one tiny room here that I feel like I need to visit before I leave this area, and it's right here. I'm wondering if there's actually a secret way in. So yeah, before we do that, let's actually go ahead and try that. Alright. And we're like right up against it, basically. Oh, come on! How dare you? How far can our beam actually reach here? Oh, come on. I am just a fiend of platforming ales. Let's go. Okay, so the door is there, but how would we actually be able to reach that? This is the conventional. Maybe there's a way down from here? Let's do our little bomb spreads. As one might say, the panettone spread. One of the things that often makes me sad is whenever we leave the holiday season at the end of the year, and we can no longer purchase panettone. Panettone, of course, is an Italian specialty cake. Some people confuse it with fruit cake, but by Jove, it is not. It is delicious. It is Italian, very common in South America, and you can just have it for breakfast every day. You put some butter on it. It's like rich dried fruit, some raisins, and it's just delightful. You can dip it into like some milk chocolate, and it's nice. It's sort of related to fruitcake, but it is different. So I'm assuming that you've had some Spectrum. Spectrum, of course, yet how to say, relatively. Okay, here's me trying to find words and not come off as a jerky sounding type of person, but certainly a person who has experienced a good portion of life, I want to say. I feel like a lot of people, whenever I mention panettone, they're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Sono italiano. Are you actually, that's actually interesting. Are you actually, do you have Italian roots, Spectrum? And also, please, don't answer anything that you don't feel like revealing. That would be interesting. Of course, panettone is kind of an Italian originated food. We pronounce it differently, but same idea. 3/8 Italian. Most I am of anything. That's really cool. I had no idea, but and I have to be perfectly honest with you, I do not know. If you were to suggest to me, hey, what does an Italian person look like, I would not be able to tell you. So I appreciate the fact that you mentioned that. Now I'm probably going to ask something silly like, oh hey, what exactly is what do you feel about like American pizza or something like that? And of course, that's a dumb question, and maybe I should just shut up before I get ahead of myself here. I'm a mutt, so no one can guess. LOL. Yeah, and I feel like these days it's very difficult to really pinpoint where folks come from, right? Like I was born in Peru, but like from my mom's side, my grandfather is Chilean, and then from my grandma's side, actually, she's got family in Italy. So I feel like I'm a mix of a lot of things as well. I'm a New York Italian, so hey, that's nice. That's good. Yeah, but these days it is definitely difficult to like say that anybody is from like one specific location, right? Everybody's got just a little bit of everything in them, and that's nice and that's good. I feel like in many ways, uh, ethnic divisions are sometimes kind of becoming just a little bit blurred, and that's not a bad thing, you know. It's not a bad thing. Okay, we gotta get rid of these things. They're so obnoxious, and of course they run away from us. Nice energy. Hey, you. Oh, come on. I feel like for every single room we come into here, we have to come in guns a-blazing because people just, Space Pirates specifically, just immediately start targeting you. And even though I've got like my power suit on, they will actually just rip through me. Italian, Irish, German, Russian, and Lithuanian. For a moment there, I thought I completely butchered that word. That's really cool, Spectrum. Roots from all over. Okay, trying to get out of this place. Basically, all the genes I need to grow a lot of hair. You do have a head full of rich hair. I can definitely see that. And again, not to in any sort of way put you on the spot or anything, but I'm also just impressed by your facial hair. I could never grow it like that, even if I tried. So yes, you've got the genes, Spectrum. You've got the genes. I think my siblings and I have the curse of like the patchy beard, like patchy. Sorry, patchy. That's what I meant to say. And so even if we try to like grow it for a long time, it just like comes in clumps and things like that. Like I could potentially grow a mustache, but you know, without a beard, it's not necessarily as impressive. I feel like at this point I've kind of just settled into the clean-shaven look, anyways. I feel like at this point I'm more about playing around with my hair as opposed to any sort of facial hair, anyways. If I really wanted to do something fancy with my hair, like I would go for a pompadour, but that does take a lot of effort, and so you know, generally I'll try to come close to it, but not necessarily really achieve it. I've got way too much curly hair, unfortunately, which my mom tells me I get from my grandfather, but actually my siblings have straight hair, and I'm just like, if I only had straighter hair, I could probably be closer to like achieving a pompadour. We envy the things that we don't have. That's what it all boils down to. Alright, and let's go find that save room one more time. Maybe we're gonna try and go through that chute. Or actually, let's go down here, because obviously there's like some sort of upgrade down there, and there's definitely a bunch of gray rooms that we haven't explored, so before we actually leave Chozodia, let's go do that. And like I said, it's better to go guns a-blazing in this area, just because you never know when you're going to encounter one of these space pirates. Oh, right, this guy right over here. Maybe I'll try to... Whoa, hey, I'm just gonna try and run. Go, 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 go. Jeez. Okay, we got rid of the one dude. It seems like there's a... Oh, right, now I remember. Like this is the weapon or something like that. Maybe. And yeah, of course the super bomb didn't actually do it. That's okay though, that's okay. We don't actually need it right now. Let's find that save room. Let's go ahead and replenish our stores. And if you're just joining us, we're enjoying a delicious chocolate oatmeal stout from Jackrabbit Brewing Company. Combines the flavors of two of my favorite stout variants, oatmeal stouts, which are frothier, and chocolate stouts, which are chocolatey. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to break into this area over here. I feel like there's some space there that we haven't covered. It might actually do us some good. What is it? Just like those old 90s ads that would say milk, it does a body good. I can't believe those milk mustaches were a thing. They definitely looked so fake, but at the same time, every single commercial just had to have them. Whoa. Oh, and it's one of these heavy fellas. Whoa, hey. Dang. They definitely take a beating. And maybe the wall over here. Nothing to speak of. Let's keep going. I hope I encounter no more of these black space pirates, because they're definitely way tougher than I generally like to handle. Now, the way to... Nice, okay, missiles. And let's get this little R2-D2 out of our way. Thank you, my friend. Hey! Super missile tank acquired. And now the question is there anything more on this side? Probably not. Oh geez, are we trapped? Do you mind coming this way? Come to Papa. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go behind this door. See what's there. And this is a green door, which means super missile door. Sometimes I forget that those things actually activate doors. Ooh, nice! You dirt! Ah! Okay, Serenity now. Serenity now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and go use our handy dandy bomb jump. I just gotta get into the groove. Into the zone, as they say. Oh gosh. Okay, we needed to go via this side. We were there, we were there. I gotta focus. What is happening to me today? Maybe I could just use a screw attack. That might be a thing, right? Ooh, nice. Okay, so I didn't actually have to go through the use of the bomb jump. That could have been achievable. At the same time, it seems like it would have been kind of a nightmare to get through it. But stranger things have happened. Like that. See, like that right there. Boom. Beautiful. Where are we now? Okay, so the one area that we haven't really explored is really underneath us. And I wonder if there's like a shortcut, maybe something like that. I wonder. Metal Gear, huh? Okay, so it's definitely not through there. Hey, you. Whoa, hey! Ah, just picked me off from the back. How dare you? Okay, I'm gonna try to see if there's like a maybe like an entrance near the through the bottom or something to that effect. We've been through here before, so I doubt I'm gonna find anything new. But certainly wouldn't hurt to like just go through the motions. No, probably not, unfortunately. What are other viable ways to get there, though? There's right next to that save room, and then of course there's below from where we came. Might be a good chance to get another save in. Where is that save room? Yeah, so let's go into that save room, and maybe we'll try and see if we can actually access it from this top side right here. Maybe that's what's gonna work. Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay, let's go down. Down, down in an earlier round. So the other day, I found myself watching, of all things, the Disney animated movie Mulan, which is probably one of my favorite Disney movies. I'm not, make no mistake about it. And you know, if you know me, if you know Ailes, you know that I love musicals. But without a doubt, one of those songs that are just constantly in my mind is I'll Make a Man Out of You. I don't know, it's got this just like the drums, it's got the hearties, you know, like, oh, let's all gear up for battle, and then at the same time it's kind of like just like telling the story of like the Mulan's covert mission. And I don't know, it was also this thing that I used to do with my siblings, where specifically my youngest sibling. I'm actually the oldest of like 3 brothers, and it used to be the case that every once in a while we'll just go through these dialogue patterns, and then I would simply go with like, oh, hey, let's do this, but instead of saying, hey, let's do this, I would say, let's get down to business, and then inevitably my youngest brother would go with like, to defeat the Huns, and we would just bug the heck out of our middle brother. It's always kind of just like it's always just fun to get that reciprocal like note. You know, you don't often hear folks just randomly singing on the street or whatever, but it's just that blood, you know. It's the blood. Anyways, a very good song. Alright, let's try and access the top part here. Especially now that we've saved things and... Hey, what? Nice. And of course the issue here is that we've got these little sentries. Get over here. Nice. Whoa. Hey! Ah, so many of these fellas. Come on, fellas. Gotta make sure that there's no more of those little glowy orbs. I definitely remember these things from, Ooh, nice, they actually break up with the screw attack. I didn't realize that. All you have to do is ram into them. As long as you're not, of course, in the path of their laser beams. What's a laser? It's a little light bulb that blinks. Oh, come on! Wow, and they just keep running. It's so obnoxious. Come on. Nice. Okay, got all of them. The room should be clear, technically speaking. I honestly don't know how to... Let's do a super bomb. How about... Why don't we do that? Did that reveal anything? You know what? It doesn't seem like it. I'm going to say... no. I mean, I'll drop a few bombs, see if anything is, like, apparent, but I'm gonna say that this is not the kind of room that suggests that you could do that. And if there's anything that Metroid does is telegraph things in such a certain way. How about here? Wait, oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. Okay, let's go to the save room one more time. We're probably gonna have to go through all those enemies again, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Beautiful. Yes, let's go ahead and save. And actually, let me go ahead and pour some more of this beer. I don't know that we're going to finish this tonight, but we'll certainly give it the old college try. And before we do that, of course, have to hydrate. Even though this is a drinks-friendly stream, we highly advocate, nay demand, that you purify yourself with some pure, healthy water. Water, of course, the element which brings life, helps you stay hydrated, regulate your metabolics, and stave off the deleterious effects of alcohol consumption. So kindly drink up. Okay. So, where were we? Just a second here, folks. So save is complete. Let's go through this blasted room. Maybe we can just screw attack the entire time. Nice. And okay. So we actually made it exactly where we need to go. Hey. It was that black, the black space pirate. Go away. Go away. Hey, there's a ledge here. What? What is this? Look at, oh, wait a second. That's probably how we made it here in the first place, right? Maybe. Otherwise, how would we... That's interesting. Sort of. Kinda, sort of. Let's go back here again. Where exactly does this... Oh, nice. I think. What? Wait. Excuse me. Sorry about that, folks. Got a bit of a weak throat. But it's interesting that we just like fell all the way down, and of course there's no actual way to go back out. We're back in the tube. Space pirate mothership. I would really like to know how we are supposed to go about leaving the ship. Oh, come on. Must I really go all the way out here? I wonder if there's like a secret door around here or something like that. Could just be my imagination, but seems like this little L over here should be accessible in some way, and I'm not seeing it. Let's keep gunning for the wall. Either that, or maybe if that doesn't work, then we'll explore this area and see if there's anything on that side. I mean, there's also this entire area over here where there's some blank rooms. And I do remember this is kind of where we started. So maybe that's actually where we need to go. Let's go all the way back up and try to make our way back over to that original save room. Which is gonna be a pain, but so it goes. So it goes. I am terrible at this jump, by the way, if it's not obvious. Okay. And of course I'm doing the wrong shot. Nice. At least we don't have to worry about that fella. And here we go. Nice. Okay. No! Okay. Well, at the very least, we won't have to worry about the space pirate anymore. And the platform is deleted, which means that we should just be able to go up. Nice. Nothing on this side, though. Oh, of course that happened. Smart Ales. Very smart. Okay. And of course this is where we were just now. Let's keep going in this direction. Nice, and we were just able to cheese him. Let's see over here. So like I said, we'll make it all the way to this save room, and then we will actually make our way down. Maybe we can actually break free through here. That cursed save room. Or rather, this cursed location. Whoa! Okay, cool. Hey, you. Ah, you nullified my save. Creamy stouty. Okay, so let's keep going in that direction. Hopefully we'll be able to find something. We'll do a little bit of the zigzag here. We'll go all the way to the right, then down, left, and then maybe hit this area right over here, and that should open up a bit of the map. At the very least, I hope. Nice. So we could go in that direction. Ah! Why must you just ram me? Ah, so obnoxious. Let's go. And it's funny how we're just like basically retracing all our steps through this madness that was. And we could go in that direction, but of course that's gonna lead us straight to where we were before. Go down, go down, go down. Nice. Whoa, why does this keep happening? Ugh. And is there a way down, potentially? Ooh, nice. Okay, so the power bomb. Beautiful. And yeah, new map. Or at least better location. Trigger. The Chrono Trigger. We were about to be gotten by somebody. Yeah, so actually, I wonder if I should go right first. Here's wondering if those rooms connect. Maybe what we do... Honestly, I feel like there's no like wrong choice here. Let's go to that save room below us. And maybe that'll reveal something. Nice. And another save room. I honestly can't believe it's taking this long to just like leave this place. Yes, please save. Okay, so let's keep going over here. And of course this was the faded map room. Just a second here, folks, I'm trying to look at something. Okay. I think we're good. Let's keep going over here. Break open this. Hey. Oh, the music changed actually. That's interesting. Whoa. That is what happens when I stop paying attention here. Okay. And I believe this is a super bomb, super missile, I think, right? How do we actually get down there, though? That's a real question. It seems like from the map room you could actually go down. There you go. And, what are y'all doing down there? Oh, hey, this is the escape, huh? So let's not go there yet. I don't even know why I'm doing that. I could very easily just go in that direction. Just make sure that it's not like a secret path somewhere in here. Okay, so super missile. That didn't... Wait, so how do we get the upgrade, though? How do we get the upgrade? Oh, hey, there's a little break. Ah, there you go. You just have to see it. Sorry, I had to make sure that there was nobody there. And it takes a real missile. Nice. Okay, so now we actually know how to leave this ship. One thing that I want to do before I do that, though, is I want to explore this little corner of the ship, just in case there's like one more upgrade in that direction. So let's do that. And I wish that there was like a door that you could just go through there. Take the map room, take the save room. And at the very least, exploring this ship has actually led to a few more upgrades, which is nice. You know, at some point, we're gonna have to go back and face that Ridley boss, and I probably need to be as prepared as I possibly can in order to actually defeat them. So, if we go up and... we actually need to go up. All the doors open now. I'm guessing we're no longer in alarm mode. In Alarmo. Did you get the Nintendo Alarmo? Nice. Okay, so this is an area that we haven't been to before. Let's just trip the alarm. It doesn't actually matter. It doesn't really matter. Oh, and I remember this part. So obnoxious. This is where we actually ended up going. This is where I wanted to go originally. Yeah, so what is this? Hey! Right, so there was like a secret path here. But it actually didn't go anywhere, and it frustrated me to no end. Let me do one of those super bombs. Nah, I guess this is just a dead end, huh? Fine, we'll let it be. We'll let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I sing that song as if I knew it. What are you fellas doing over there? What are you doing? Like a cat, almost. Like a cat. Okay, so all we have to do is just plant a bomb here and it should be fine. There we go. Yeah, let's just get out of this ship. I'm so done with this. Let's go explore the rest of the planet now that we have all of our cool new powers. As Shang Tsung once said in the first Mortal Kombat movie, it has begun. And actually, is there any way to get into that chute from this side? Why am I trying to fight him with bombs? So silly. I'm gonna say it is unlikely. Maybe if I go all the way to the top. But even then, it would take like some crazy like bomb jump effort. And I don't have guaranteed like hit collision. Okay, that I didn't even see if that revealed anything. I'm gonna say probably not. That's okay. I almost felt like maybe I latched onto something, but no, not really. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Okay, let's keep going. Yes, yes, please save. And of course, if we go here, we actually need to go down here instead. Hey, these guys just chase ya. They're chasers. And we made it out. We're out of the ship. You are out of there. And actually, we could have just taken the front door, huh? Are they gonna chase us out? Yes, they are. Of course they do that. Crazy boys they are. That's interesting that apparently there's like a little cube there of unknown. You can't actually touch it from there. And then there's an upgrade right there. I want it. But where? How could we reach it? Hey, there it is. Right? Oh, Mega Bomb. Power Tank Bomb. Okay, nice. We've got a third one. Which is definitely 50% more than we used to have. Let's try and see if we can actually get out of here. If we go in this direction. Will we actually make it back to the planet's surface? That's my question. And it doesn't seem like we can. Maybe. Let's do a full run from here. For a moment there, I thought that there was going to be some kind of way to break through from there. Okay, so maybe if not through there, it's gotta be this chute, right? It's gotta be this chute. So let's go back to the save room. I think if anything, we've got to start wrapping things up anyways. Unfortunately for... Ooh, hey. Nice. Oh my gosh, this room, that's where it led. You... Ah, that bugs me. That bugs me. Go away, you crazy child. Okay, so where do we reach that save room once again? Yeah, we're in the right direction. And the puzzle is solved. That is a phrase that has never left me. I think it is from the what is it? The Seventh Guest, which was that horror PC game, which to this day probably would cause me nightmares if I saw somebody playing it. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and save here. Beautiful. Oh, nice, and we've actually got 4 power bombs. Let's go ahead and save. And just for good measure, let's also go ahead and create a suspend point right here, in case I forget. For 26, 26, yeah. Let's go with this one. But yeah, with that, let's go back to intermission here, folks. Okay, well that, as they say, was the Ales and Fails stream. Thank you so much for everyone for being here today. Very much appreciate chatters like Rich and Spectrum. You fellas are great. And of course, anybody who was lurking too, I really appreciate you even spending an iota of your time here today. There's so many other channels that you could be checking out, and yet for some reason you decided to stick with us for the evening. And you know what? That's marvelous. If you're interested in in the type of nonsense that I do, I generally stream on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays I do retro, and I'm currently playing, as you can see, Metroid Zero Mission. And on Fridays I am playing a mix of things. This specific Friday I'm going back to Monster Hunter World because of course Monster Hunter Wilds is out soon, and I would like to finish my current campaign. I'm in the Iceborne expansion and I'm playing the Hunting Horn. So if you'd love to see that, definitely tune in. It might be a shorter stream as well, just because Friday is going to be a little bit crazy. But definitely tune in if you like. If you're interested in my schedule, please follow me on the socials. Oh, hey, Spectrum, good to see you. Once again, thank you so much for popping in. Really appreciate your company. If you're interested in my schedule, feel free to check out my socials. They're right there. I'm mostly on Blue Sky. I like to post pictures of Churro the Corgi. Those are the popular ones. Sometimes I say silly things, but you know what? Those aren't necessarily very good to read. But yeah, like I said, I'll be back on Friday with some Monster Hunter World. Let me go ahead and find somebody to raid. And actually, I was eyeballing our friend Stony. Let me see if they are still playing. Let me see. Stony Classics. I believe they were playing Golden Axe, but I don't want to raid them if they're already done. I saw them, I want to say maybe like 20 minutes ago. Yeah, and I think they're still running. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and raid them. Kindly stick around for the raid. It would mean the world to me. Just to show support for fellow community members here. And Stony Classics, of course, is a community member from the other side of the world, and they are very cool. Always a welcoming presence. Always loves to hang out here, and they are currently playing Golden Axe, Alien Storm, and maybe more according to their stream title. So I'm gonna go ahead and start that raid. If you are interested in using our raid message, this is it for viewers, and this is it for followers. And we don't have one for subscribers because you know what? Nobody should subscribe to this channel, so don't worry, that will never happen. But yeah, I'll probably copy that myself. Thank you for stream. Hey, thank you for your time, Spectrum. You're one of the coolest. I really appreciate your support. But yeah, with that, as I like to wrap these things, stay thirsty, LPAC. We will see you again. you